So these babes come in.
So these women come in.
They're naked as well.
They're naked as well.
Oh.
Everybody's naked.
How many of them were there?
It is standard practice for journalists, talk show hosts, and news anchors to ask celebrities sensational questions when conducting interviews, in an aggressive pursuit of catching celebrities in an unguarded moment, or being the first to discover some shocking revelation about their private lives. Interviewers will often mistreat their guests while they are being interviewed.
Just get on the scale.
I said no.
It's good for the show.
Easy, John. It doesn't want to do it.
Benji, what are you saying? Wait a second.
Doesn't want to do it, John. Just cut it the hell out.
These parts frequently lead to uncomfortable interviews that are painful to watch in order to get a good story. Featuring some of the most awkward interviews ever, this list includes talk show hosts who mercilessly humiliated their female guests for laughs and stars who got angry over hosts' insensitive comments. Diane Sawyer and Britney Spears. During a 2003 interview, Diane Sawyer repeatedly questioned Britney Spears, then 21, about her sex life. In the early 2000s, the media believed that Britney Spears' sex life should be made public, and they had no problem shaming her for her fashion choices and blaming her for her breakup with pop star Justin Timberlake.
And yet he's left the impression that you weren't faithful, that you betrayed the relationship.
I think everyone has a side to their story.
Later, Sawyer chastised.
I think everybody always thought you had a different relationship to young girls.
Everyone now, they look back and they're like, what happened to your sweet image that you used to be? And I'm like, then when I came out, you thought I was too provocative. It's like you can never win. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
As the interview continued, Sawyer berated Spears about the clothes she modeled for magazine shoots.
What happened to your clothes?
Well, I have on clothes now.
I know, but what's this about? No kidding, what is it about?
The pop star stood her ground, responding,
What is it about?
Yeah.
It's about doing a beautiful picture.
Then, Sawyer expressed that she had heard former Maryland governor's wife, Kendall Ehrlich, express that she would like to kill Britney Spears and reflected that it was most likely because of the example for kids and how hard it is to be a parent, and keep all of this away from your kids. To that, Spears stated,
Well, that's really sad that she said that. Ew. You know what? Like, I'm not here to, babysit her kid.
Oh, that was good one. Don't you think so? Sabrina Carpenter and The Zach Sang Show. When asked about her age during an appearance on the podcast The Zach Sang Show in 2017, singer, actress Sabrina Carpenter confirmed that she was only 17. Immediately after saying, "Damn, you're so young," podcast co-host Dan Zolet asked her, "Are you into sexting?" Carpenter fake laughed and rightfully avoided the question, responding,
And then I was like, "Are you into sexting?"
Oh, haha. No, I've actually, I'm still in the teenage phase where it's like weird if I send the first text.
Zolet didn't stop there, though, asking what she would do if someone were to sexting her first.
Yeah, but what if somebody sexts you first?
She said,
Actually, that's the reason I deleted Snapchat in the first place, which is why I just created one a month ago, but I was getting bad things, so.
Zach Sang kept things going by saying,
like that.
See,
right?
I want bad things. When I get naked photos, it's like an ego boost for me.
Oh, that's nice.
I never send it back because I can barely look at myself naked.
Right.
But if somebody
But you're naked mostly all the time, you said.
Well, okay, close to naked.
Carpenter then tried wrapping up the conversation by saying people sending nudes are confident, You gotta applaud them for that. Sang then commented about another person on the podcast seeming uncomfortable about the whole conversation, Barbara Walters and Dolly Parton. In a 1977 interview, Barbara Walters essentially called Dolly Parton a hillbilly and told her, "You don't have to look like this." Walters made numerous pointed remarks about Dolly Parton's background and appearance, bordering on direct insult to her guest. Walters first mentioned Parton's country upbringing.
Dolly, where I come from, would I have called you a hillbilly?
If you had of, it would have been something very natural, but I would have probably kicked your shins or something. No, actually.
But when I think of hillbillies, am I thinking of your kind of people?
I think you probably are.
Despite the fact that Walters appeared to be pressuring Parton to refer to herself as a hillbilly, Parton praised the community in which she grew up, describing it as country class. Walters then moved to Parton's figure and asked, "Did you look like this when you were a kid? Is it just you?" When Parton gracefully avoided the intrusive question, Walters said, "You don't have to look like this." The country music queen responded,
No, it's certainly a choice. I don't like to be like everybody else. I've often made this statement that I would never stoop so low as to be fashionable. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. So I just decided that I would do something that would at least get the attention. Once they got past the shock of the ridiculous way I looked and all that, then they would see there was a parts of me to be appreciated. I'm very real where it counts, and that's inside, and as far as my outlook on life and the way I care about people and the way I care about myself and the things that I care about. But I just chose to do this, and it's show business is a money-making joke, and I've just always liked telling jokes.
Walters then asked Parton if she ever considered that she was the joke. Parton responded,
But do you ever feel that you're a joke, that people make fun of you?
Oh, I know they make fun of me. But actually, all these years, the people, has thought the joke was on me, but it's actually been on the public. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can change it at any time. Or I make more jokes about myself than anybody, because I enjoy it. I know, like I say, I am sure of myself as a person. I'm sure of my talent. And to me, and I'm sure of my love and for life and that sort of thing. I'm very content. I like the kind of person that I am. So I can afford to piddle around and diddle around with makeups and clothes and stuff because I am secure with myself.
David Letterman and Jennifer Aniston. The 1998 interview between David Letterman and Friends star Jennifer Aniston started off fine. But things got weird when the Late Show host interrupted the flow with a strange request.
You know, they sort of recognize you and
Are you naked?
You're butt naked.
A little while ago, Aniston said that she had met fans in a steam room. Letterman said, after moving his chair behind the actress and putting a hand on her shoulder. After that, he put a piece of Aniston's hair in his mouth and sucked on it.
Can I just try? Forgive me if this is rude. I just want to try one thing.
Okay.
Anton.
After the awkward moment, Letterman tried to explain what he had done as he gave the TV star a tissue.
Dave sucked on my hair.
I didn't suck on your hair.
You sucked on my hair.
I didn't suck your hair.
David Letterman and Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan's struggles as a young adult were widely used as entertainment by tabloids and talk shows. Given that she grew up in the Hollywood spotlight, the Parent Trap star agreed to an interview with David Letterman in 2013 for her film Scary Movie 5, just days before a court-ordered 90-day rehab assignment. Instead of focusing on her work, Letterman repeatedly pushed her to discuss her addiction, posing a series of questions.
Now, aren't you supposed to be in rehab now?
At first, Lohan politely answered his questions. As he continued to drill her and mock her serious situation, the actress struggled to hold back tears as she defended herself.
Do you not watch anything that goes on?
I do.
Tabloid now?
Now here's what
May 2nd.
I was under the May 2nd.
Yes.
And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months. We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No, but it'll be 3 months, and
no, I think to be honest, I'm the happiest when I'm working and the healthiest, and I think this is an opportunity for me to, focus on what I love in life, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a blessing. And
despite her attempts to lighten the mood, Letterman pressed Lohan for answers. Finally, the actress pulled his script to read what his next remarks would be and retorted,
I've gone through a lot in life, and I'm looking forward to actually just taking time for me. You can't make a joke of it.
That's so
mean.
I'm not joking.
No, you're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Maybe 1 or 2?
No, this is my show now.
Howard Stern and Anna Nicole Smith. Howard Stern repeatedly mocked Anna Nicole Smith's weight and tried to force her to weigh herself on air.
Anna, just get on the scale. We all have bets. Stop being so proud. It doesn't matter. We've all been on the scale. I'll get on it. Just get on the scale.
I said no.
It's good for the show.
He just doesn't want to do it.
Benji, what are you saying? Wait a second.
Doesn't want to do it, John. Just cut it the hell out.
What are you saying, Benji?
Benji, shut up. All of us have bets on it. Anna, just get on the scale. It's no big deal.
Doesn't want to do it.
What are you, a moron, Benji?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
you want to fight about it?
Sure, I'd fight about it.
She doesn't want to do it.
Benji, what are you, a nut?
on, man.
Are you that in love with this freaking...
She doesn't want to do it.
Vin Diesel and Carol Moreira. Vin Diesel repeatedly interrupted his interviewer to hit on her. Carol Moreira, a Brazilian YouTuber, believed she was interviewing Vin Diesel about his film, XXX, Return of Xander Cage. However, it was clear early on in the conversation that the Fast and Furious star only wanted to talk about Moreira's looks. Diesel continued to hit on her, despite her awkward attempts to reroute the conversation. The sunglass-wearing actor paused mid-sentence and gushed.
God, you're so beautiful. God, she's so beautiful, man. Am I right or wrong? Look at her. How am I supposed to do this interview? Look at this woman.
Tell me your story.
She's so beautiful. Coño, man. Talk to me, baby.
Turning to the host, Vin Diesel continued.
Tell me your story. Tell me yours. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go have lunch.
Then, turning again to face the others on set.
How am I supposed to sit over here when I'm looking at such beauty? Come on, guys. She's so beautiful. I'm in love. I love her. Man, she's so fucking sexy. It's not. I can't do this interview. Look at her.
To complete his profession, the Guardians of the Galaxy star crawled toward Moreira on his knees, asking the crew to save him.
Right or wrong? Oh my God, guys, someone save me.
Before posting the interview on her channel, Moreira warned her viewers that she was visibly uncomfortable throughout the conversation and said she didn't enjoy the attention Diesel gave her. Robert Downey Jr. and Krishnan Guru-Murthy. Robert Downey Jr. walked out of an interview to promote Avengers: Age of Ultron after being asked about his past. On a press tour following the release of Avengers: Age of Ultron, Robert Downey Jr. was prepared to answer any questions about the filming process and the film's box office success. However, when reporter Krishnan Guru-Murthy was more interested in digging up gossip about the actor's past than discussing his Iron Man role, Downey Jr. chose to leave the interview. Downey Jr. expressed that he knew the interview was about to take a turn when his host switched from the film to his personal life, quipping,
"Your foot's starting to jump a little bit. You better get to your next question."
Undeterred, Guru-Murthy prompted the exit by continuing,
"The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you went to and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether, you think you're free of all of that?"
Downey Jr. cut off the line of questioning, saying,
"Or whether that's still something."
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
With that, the Avengers star walked out of the interview, remarking on the way out that the interview was getting a little Diane Sawyer.
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right. Bye. It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Jay Leno and Mara Wilson. Jay Leno continued to question then 7-year-old Mara Wilson about whether she had a boyfriend. Despite her repeated insistence that she did not have a boyfriend, Jay Leno pressed then 7-year-old Mara Wilson about her second-grade romantic life.
So what grade are you in now?
Second.
Oh, second grade. Oh, so now you wouldn't have a boyfriend or anything now, would you?
No.
The young Matilda star explained her hesitation.
No, we just have friends that are boys, but not boyfriends.
Oh, I see. You have friends that are boys, but you don't have, is there a boy in your class you like?
Still, Leno wouldn't give it up. When Wilson reminded him that she only liked boys as friends, the host shifted gears.
Just as friends.
Just as friends?
Yeah, sometimes as friends.
Yeah, but no special boy.
No.
So you have friends that are boys.
Yes.
But no boyfriend. How about boys that like you? You must be in a movie star. You have boys that like you?
No.
Finally, Wilson appeased Leno.
Yeah, there's this kid in my class named Patrick. He loves practically all the girls in his class.
Oh, really?
Samuel L. Jackson and Sam Rubin. Samuel L. Jackson criticized an anchor who mistakenly identified him as Lawrence Fishburne, asserting that we don't all look alike. KTLA newsreader Sam Rubin asked Samuel L. Jackson on air, "Did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?" The actor replied, "What Super Bowl commercial?" Rubin and Jackson appeared to realize at the same time that the reporter had misidentified him as Lawrence Fishburne, an actor who appeared in a Super Bowl car commercial. The Pulp Fiction actor had no trouble calling the anchor out on live television, saying,
"Did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?"
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake. You know what?
See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Flog, you're
we may
exactly
be
right.
all black and famous.
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. That's right.
You're the entertainment reporter.
I know. How dumb
You're
am
the
I?
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station.
Flog.
And you don't know the difference between me and Lawrence Fishburne.
Rubin later claimed that the mix-up occurred because he had also seen Jackson in a Captain America Super Bowl commercial, but that he'd been too flustered to explain in the moment. Cillian Murphy. Irish actor Cillian Murphy was quick to correct an interviewer who claimed he was British. During an interview for his 2010 film Inception, Murphy had to repeatedly correct the show's host, who mistakenly referred to him as British. Addressing Murphy and co-star Tom Hardy, the interviewer began the exchange.
Both are British.
No, I'm Irish.
Yeah, no, British.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's a big difference.
The area of North Europe.
Not from Ireland.
Maybe the interviewer forgot to do some research about the actor's background. Oops. Madonna and David Letterman. Madonna dropped 14 F-bombs during her famous 1994 Letterman appearance, in which he suggested she kiss an audience member. Prior to the 1994 interview, David Letterman had made remarks about Madonna's liberated sex life and joked about her on his show. However, Madonna appeared to exact revenge with her rule-breaking appearance, which effectively stole Letterman's show. After the late-night host repeatedly suggested that she kiss someone in the audience on live television, the singer of Like a Virgin fired back.
Let's go kiss the guy in the audience. Why don't you go kiss the guy in the audience?
Why are you so obsessed with my sex life?
As we all know, I have none of my own.
However, it was Letterman who later objected to Madonna's explicit commentary as she went on to drop 14 F-bombs and continued to give sexually charged responses to Letterman's questions. The pop star also informed the audience that she had given Letterman a pair of her pants prior to the show, made comments implying that she had slept with NBA star Charles Barkley, smoked a cigar on stage, and continued to cuss despite Letterman's numerous reminders that they were on live television. When the host refused to give in to her antics, Madonna teased.
What? You know, you've really changed since the last time I was on the show.
Well, we haven't seen you since like 6 years, 7 years or so.
You used to be really kind of like cool. Let's get to the tape. I brought a tape to prove that he's obsessed with me.
All right, so you think that we refer to you far too much on the show?
Yeah.
After making Letterman, the crew, and the audience visibly uncomfortable, Madonna reflected.
And he said, sure.
There seems to be a lot of confusion right now.
Yeah, guess why?
Is it because I've been saying
Madonna also refused to cooperate with the standard interview format, which she called contrived bullshit, and seemed unwilling to leave the stage or cut to commercial. Later, the award-winning singer wrote an open letter explaining that she only intended to challenge television censorship with her interview.
You know, just for the hell of it, let's do a commercial and see what happens. We'll be right back.
Tom Cruise. A London reporter from the UK's Channel 4 pranked Tom Cruise during his 2005 War of the Worlds press tour by squirting him with water from a fake microphone in the middle of an interview. Despite the fact that it was intended to be a funny joke, Cruise did not find it to be particularly funny. After a brief moment of shock, the Top Gun star looked at the interviewer and asked,
Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come here. Why would you do that?
The prankster began ushering out an apology, sounding something like,
Why would you do that?
The interviewer began walking away, but Cruise wasn't finished.
Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away.
The star continued.
That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. Well, you know what? You're a jerk.
The interviewer and his three-person crew were arrested, and Channel 4 issued a public apology to Cruise for the incident. Hugh Grant said very little on the 2023 Oscar red carpet. Hugh Grant paused pre-ceremony on the red carpet, as big celebrities do, for some mundane conversation with hosts from various media outlets, including model Ashley Graham of ABC's Countdown to the Oscars. Graham was in full friendly conversation mode, but Grant had little to say in response to her cheerful questions. Here is an example of awkward dialogue.
What are you most excited to see tonight?
To see?
Yeah, well, I know that you probably watched a few of the movies. Are you excited to see anybody win? Do you have your hopes up for anyone?
No one in particular.
Okay, well, what are you wearing tonight then?
Just my suit.
Your suit? Who
Yeah.
made your suit? You didn't make it.
I can't remember, my tailor.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the tailor.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does it feel like to be in Glass Onion?
Well, I'm barely in it. I'm in it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, but still, you showed up and you had fun, right?
Almost.
Okay, all right. Okay.
The interview then came to an abrupt close after a bright, "Thank you so much" from Graham. She later told CNN, "My mother always told me to kill him with kindness." Which interview do you think is the worst ever? We would love to hear what you think. So please leave a comment. Don't forget to click on the next video to see more stories about famous people. Thanks for watching.